Today I'm going to explain about the staking, the calculation behind the staking. You see, staking is the best thing that has happened. It has happened to everybody, anybody that was staked, anybody that's registered in eOracle. As a matter of fact, if you were not staked, it's unfortunate, very, very unfortunate. And if you were staked, especially if you had money in your account, if you had dollars, EPT, that was taken from you for the staking, then good news. This is the biggest opportunity that has ever happened, and I'll explain to you why. All right, so we move on. Let me show you some calculation. I used my Excel sheet. I did all this calculation. All right, so this was what happened when you were staked. Okay, at that time the price was 0.3, and then let's say now that the price of ECN, which is $6. Okay, once when the price of ECN, which is $6, this is what you get. First of all, when you even let's say $1,000 of yours was taken at the time the staking happened. Okay, you had $1,000 in your account and it was taken from you. At that time the price was 0.3. That now means that you have 3,333.33 ECN. Okay, and then let's say the price of ECN, which is $6, for example. For exchange is $6 out from $0.3. That now means that I won't let me just insert one more Excel sheet. One more 1 second. I did not include that. Okay, yeah, now look at that. This is going to be it's divided by P2 times P4. All right, so that makes it much easier. So now you had $1,000 in your account as at the time it was staked, and as at that time the price was $0.3. That means you have 3,333.3 ECN, and then the price of ECN, which is $6. That means that your $1,000 that you had is now valued at $20,000. Do you understand? Your $1,000 now has the value of $20,000, and therefore that means that 5% of $20,000 is $1,000, which is your original amount you're trying to withdraw, and 10% is $2,000, which is the same original amount you're trying to withdraw. Remember when on the Zoom meeting, Mr. Khan Brivedi spoke and mentioned that worst case scenario in a year is ECN, which is $10. Best case scenario, realistic best case scenario, ECN, which is around $100 to $150. But at the rate we are performing better than the best case scenario. Okay, so I don't want to even think out. I don't want to give a value like 250. Let's just drop it at 180, for example. Okay, this is lower than what we're going to get in 1 year of value of ECN. So now look at this. Let's say ECN, which goes from 0.3 to $6. The current value of that your dollar, remember, was converted to ECN, so as it has grown by 20 times, you have $20,000. 5% is this, 10% is this. And now remember, when you take out 5% with the new method called vesting, taking out 5% would not subtract from the amount of money you had, but taking out 10% would subtract. So the best thing is, do not take out 10%. Always take out of 5%. If ECN is less than, let's start up. If ECN is less than $3, then it is understandable if you take out 5%, you take out 10% for the first month. But if ECN turns out to be greater than $3, okay, so let's say the current price ECN is $3. That means your 5% will give you $500, which is half of your original amount, and 10% will give you $1,000. If your ECN is equal to or greater than $3, okay, equal to or greater than $3, take out 25%. If it is less than, it's understandable, take out 10%. So now let's say ECN was $2, taking out 10%, 5% is gives it this 10%, gives this, is understandable. But if ECN, what is this? No, I didn't just do that. If ECN lands you at, let's say $4, that's over $3, please take out 25% so that your money keep going steadily. Because when ECN reaches $150, for example, that's your $1,000 is now worth $25,000. Okay, because I'm taking out 5%. Sorry, yeah, it's now worth. So I made a mistake. It's now worth $500,000. Because I'm taking out 5%, you still have a whole $500,000 balance that you can take a full 5% off. But if you now took out 10%, this you've been taking, you took out 10% before. This your entry amount has now reduced from. This you took out 10% at the first month. This is what would have been your balance, your current value when your ECN reaches $150, $500,000. But let's say you took out 10%, and your ECN now remained from 1,000 to 900. This will now be your current value. Let's after 10%, the first time you start taking out 25%. This will now be what you have as current value. You have lost a full $50,000. $50,000 is what you have lost in the long term because of taking out 10%. So the best thing always, if you had $1,000, for example, you take out 5% if the value is greater than $3 for your first month. That is the most advisable. But if you have more, if you still have money in the bank, that can, this if it's less than $3, take out 10%. So people who are tight on money, for people who still have enough to hold themselves for months, even for the first month, please take out 5%. Let your money keep on going. Let it keep on going. Alright? So that is the best thing. You can see this is how it looks like when your account is ticked. This is it. $1,100. So now let's say $1,100 was ticked. Price was 0.3. And then it's because it's $150, that means you have $550,000, and your 5% earnings are $27,500 for the single month. For a single month. Alright? So thank you for understanding. This is the calculation. It's very, very simple, very, very straightforward. If you were staked, if you had money in the account, just be very, very grateful. Yes, it hurts for a while knowing that the money was no more there, but it will really, really. So just imagine ECN, which is a value of $400 within 2 years, because that is unless you just had only $1,000. Okay, $400 into it. That now means that for a 5%, you are gaining $66,000 in a single month. One day withdrawal, you've withdrawn $66,000. Just think about it.